Right. Hi guys, this is Munching with,
Las Chismosas
and you're with your host Lisette.
and Jenny.
All right, today's episode
I'm excited for this one.
is scary stories. I'm just like because now we're in our the outside of our apartment, I guess.
Yes,
So it's like a different scenario, and I'm like, and everyone's hearing, and then
that part. And
and
well,
the
we're filming like in our spot where we
yeah
come, Lisette, like the
yes,
spot.
we've been wanting to do that though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had, but it's so hard because like it's an apartment, so like everyone's coming and going. But yes, this is where the whole idea started. Like, oh yeah, we should do a podcast. But it was here because we would literally sit here from 10 to 1 or whatever, talking and talking and talking and talking.
Crying sometimes.
Yo, for real. The neighbors just looking like, damn. Because I would be like that too. I'd be there like, damn. Okay, so we're gonna be doing scary Reddit stories, a little bit of everything, I think. And then the food for today
The food.
is a Dominican place because we're like, well, she was like, let's support our local businesses. And also, I've been wanting to try this Dominican spot, but I'm not gonna lie, it's it's okay, it's okay. I'm just hungry, so I don't even give a fuck. But it's just chicken and rice, yo. It's just chicken and rice.
Nah, because the Charles bros. That would be.
Greek, you even finish your sentence.
No, I was gonna be like, I'm gonna expose them.
That's why, yeah, that is
Yeah.
her name.
Charles bro. Wait, what you thought I was?
I don't know. I didn't understand what you said. You just started laughing, and I just started laughing.
No. Charles Bros is the restaurant. Okay? No, but like for real, if you look at it, they advertise mango, right?
Yeah, they
Like
just
Dominican
like
food.
different,
Yes.
But there was like when we got there, it was like rice, chicken, steak, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's in different things.
Yeah.
But I see. Also, she didn't say we could add anything else. I was like, so it's just two things, either rice and chicken, or
Yeah.
like steak, whatever you pick.
Mm-hmm.
Not steak. It was like carne, but it's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I was like, where's the mango? Where's the platano?
Where's the Dominican food?
The yuca, because I've had other Dominican food, and yo, they have more options. So I'm kind of sad. No, maybe we need to try that place next. But yeah, but you know what? It's been a long day. Like I only had breakfast, so I feel demonic.
You better start eating now. Nah,
But I'm still excited because I still like the food.
it is 9:57 at night. So spooky season, so we did this in the at night.
We're about to wake up all the ghosts.
Yeah.
We're about to wake up all the ghosts.
There
is stuff here. I think there is.
Okay, we gotta get to that. But first, let's get into the costumes.
Oh,
What
yeah,
am I? Well, guess what I am. What have we been collecting? If you, well, actually,
you've been on her TikTok page stalking
Right.
her, then you would know.
Yeah, you would fucking know, but you don't know because you don't keep up.
That's
They don't keep
crazy.
up.
They don't.
They don't. Not in the commenting in our videos. What the fuck?
So messed up.
So
They
messed
be
up.
just watching, but they don't be saying anything.
Y'all did be them look.
Yo.
But y'all better keep up with us. We're gonna actually we'll put it here because we have it in the description, but we don't have it here. Let's put it in the screen. Put it everywhere. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That be losing my train of thought.
Yeah.
That be my brain, yo, guys. Okay. I'm a sunny angel, the bunny. Do y'all see this? Y'all see this? Yo. Okay. And now what are you?
So the wings are cute. I'm an angel. Black angel. And then I bought this literally last minute. And then that's it.
But it's cute.
It's cute, right?
I think it's really I have my water and my Gatorade. I was gonna do Dr. Pepper, but I was like, nah, because we're gonna eat like this right now, and then tomorrow for a movie night. I was like, yeah, I'll save that for tomorrow.
I just have water because I don't. If I drink anything else, I get too thirsty. Yeah, and I don't want to do that. So, and then I hope I don't finish this. Last time I did finish the burrito, and that was a mistake.
Oh,
Girl, it
really?
was too much. Yeah, it was too much. I was like, yo, I should have just left it. But yeah, but it was a good burrito. It was good, but nah. Okay.
I looked at the video and then I was like, yeah, that shit did look good. The
It
burrito.
did, right? You didn't get that?
No, I got the bowl, remember, and I messed it up at the end.
Oh yeah, you put too much sauce, girl.
Yeah. But okay, Dominican food. Damn, you see, I be everywhere. Okay, Dominican food. We got Dominican food. Same thing. I just got the small version.
You got something else.
And cosillas, right?
Yeah, yes.
It was
She said
cosillas.
costillas.
Oh, okay, cosillas. She got chicken.
I got chicken. I like chicken.
Um,
It is good though. It has good taste. I
yeah,
will say that.
yeah. They
Uh,
they sazone it right.
yeah. Maybe we had gone earlier. Maybe they would have had more stuff. I don't know.
You think?
Maybe.
I think it looked like that. I don't know. I'm not telling you. Maybe it looked like that. That's what he meant.
Yeah,
Okay.
it should good.
Nah, let's talk about scary shit though.
Okay.
Have you experienced anything scary?
Yeah, you know I
Whether
have.
here or anywhere, anywhere.
Um, anywhere I like other places, no, I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I have, maybe I haven't, but here, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one that sticks out the most is, and I told you about this. Me and my family had gone out. We had gone out, and recently, my this is before. I don't know how long ago it has been, but at that time, recently, my grandma had passed away. So there was a lot going on then, and my my parents had put up her photo, because when I feel like, well, when someone passes away in our family, we put up their photo, we put up a candle, we light it up for a while until we have like a rosario, and then if the body is here, obviously, funeral. But we had just had the photo, and it had been a while, like a month or less. Okay, and then we went out that this one time, and um, I think only one person maybe had stayed, but they left early. I think it was Alex, something like that. But basically, there was a moment there where there was no one there, and when we came back, I remember my dad and my mom walked into their room where the photo was, and they called us. They were like, "Oh, Lisette, come over here," and then they had already started asking my sister and my brother, and then they asked me. They were like, "Did you flip the photo of your grandma?" And I was like, "What?" I was like, "No." I was like, "Why would I do that?" And I was younger, so maybe it looked like I was kind of scared, and they were like, "No, like we're not gonna be upset. Just tell us, like maybe it scared you." Like because she passed away, and it's a photo of her, kind of looking at you. I was like, no, like I wouldn't do that, or there's no reason for me to do that. I'm not scared.
Mm-hmm.
And up to this day, no one has confessed. Like we have asked all our siblings. This is our family. We're like, especially Nicole, because she was younger. We're like, did you do it? Like it's okay if you did it. There's nothing wrong. I was
Mm-hmm.
gonna be upset, and she was like, no. She's like, I didn't do it. And Alex didn't do it. No one did it. Like there's no one who did it. There was no one in the house who did it. There was no way anyone could have gotten in.
Mm-hmm.
And even if someone had gotten in, wouldn't they have just taken something instead of like flip that? Nothing went missing, so no one can explain it. Like no one can explain how that photo got flipped. And on top of that, like she had recently passed away, so it was like very weird, very. But did I?
Mm-hmm.
I never felt like there was weird energy
Mm-hmm.
or anything like that. I never felt like I was being watched if there was another spirit near me or anything like that.
Really?
Yeah, never felt nothing, nothing, literally nothing. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if it's because I didn't know her like that, because died in Mexico. So she was always there, and
Mm-hmm.
like we didn't have a connection like that. But I
Mm-hmm.
never had this feeling like she was near or anything. So it was weird. Maybe she was near, but it's kind of off because like why would you flip your photo? But I don't know. I don't know if there's any like how sometimes when things happen, other people can relate and they can be like, oh yeah, that did happen to me, or when that happens, they say that, but I have never heard of this, or and I don't really tell it, but it did happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's my experience. Um, and what else? Another experience is like before when my uncles used to also live here. Um, like there's a room in our house that was kind of like cut off, kind of like it had a divider, a wall divider, and at night or like just sometimes if we were in the kitchen or whatever, we would hear like specifically from that like section, like we would hear like nails like this, things like that. We would hear that all the time. And then when they moved out, my uncles, like we would sleep there for a while and we would hear that. Too. Yeah, we would hear that. Like, now that I'm remembering, because they had moved out, and then we moved in there, and me and Alex were there, and at night we would hear like that, like someone just, and I would stand up and look to see.
It was not the rest.
No.
Oh, because the wall.
Because it was a divider. So yes,
Mm.
sometimes like the reason I'm like, yeah, I don't know if there's fucking ghosts or rats walking the wall is because you can hear them sometimes, like fucking walking like that. No, we had a divider, so like we could see the divider, we could see on one side and the other one, so there was no rats. And then I touched my, and now we would hear like the fucking scratches like that, and I would stand up, and sometimes it would be day too, not just night, and I would look since it was day, and I would be like to see who, if it was someone fucking crazy ass. What the fuck was I gonna do? Nothing. I was gonna run back in my room. But yeah, I would check and there would be nothing. I'd be like, what the fuck? And now if I hear anything, I just be acting like nothing. I'd be like, you know what? You can live here. Don't be bothering me. No. I don't give a fuck. But yes, those two things. And that's it, I think, from what I can remember. But
Well,
what about you?
you know, we be telling you that we be hearing footsteps upstairs when you guys are not home. But not no more. Not no more. Because well, I know that either you're home or Alex is home or Nicole's home. But like when they used to go to school, and then you probably wouldn't. Yeah, when we all used to go to school, I guess. No, when they used to go to school, and maybe you was home. Oh, but then your mom would be home too.
Yeah, my mom was home before. Yeah.
No, but I would definitely hear it in the afternoon. Like when you guys would go to like parties or whatever.
Oh really?
Yeah. Morning? No, I don't think so. I think my mom, because then she would tell me, she would be like, "Do you know if they're home or were they home?" I'm like, I don't know.
I'm trying to think, but I never felt like, because sometimes people feel good spirits or bad. Like I never feel that way in my house at all. Like people experience that. Like if there's things going on, that also feel like, oh, there's energy, bad energy here, or like something feels off. But I never feel that way. So that's why I don't feel like there's anything bad necessarily. Only sometimes when I would hear the fucking scratches, but then that's because like it's fucking scratches. Like that's so weird. Like the scratches like that, that would give me like scare, like ugh.
Sorry to interrupt you. How's your rice?
My wrist is good. Why is not good?
Mine is hard.
Oh, some parts are kind of hard, but I was like,
Yeah.
but it tastes good. But
Not for me.
no,
I can't. It's just stuck in my teeth. Type.
damn, no, pues te quedaron mal.
Me quedaron bien mal.
Damn.
But we'll review. We'll do it one at a time. Another restaurant. Um.
Maybe I'm just hungry.
Okay, me. I have a couple. And you see how you're saying that you don't feel? I feel it. But it's not nothing scary. Like I feel, well, I used to, not anymore. I used to feel like somebody watching me. Like whenever I'm in washing dishes, cause I'm washing dishes and everything else is faced. Like like my back. I have my back on everything.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, but like I feel like somebody's watching. Well, I used to feel like somebody was watching me, but it would never creep me out, or I would not never get scared. So, but right now, I haven't felt that. Okay, but now my experience. Well, there's one that I remember, and I don't know why, but I just remember like that stuck to me. I don't want to think that it's that. Well, when I told Epi and Boy, there was like it's the whistle man or like something. Is something. I don't know what legend is that or story it is that, but I would see it in TikTok, and then I would see it I would hear about it, and that shit's scary. So I try not to think about that. But it was I went to BMCC at that time. BMCC or Queen College. I don't know, but I was going to college at that time. I had to go so early to a class, so I had to wake up early. I woke up 4 a.m., got ready, showered, did everything. I had extra time, so I was like, you know what? Let me go back and take a nap real quick. Okay, I lay in my bed. I'm closing my eyes. I'm like, and then I think I like sleep. I do fall asleep, but I don't know. I think I was. I I feel like no. I was fully. I feel like I was fully asleep, but I don't know how. I heard a whistle. Like I heard a not a whole like no. It was like a whole. I don't know if you've seen that movie Puss in Boots. The wolf, the part of the wolf when he whistles.
Yeah.
It was that whistle, but like just one time. And then I woke up. I was like, and I flashed my light to check on my mom. If it was a mom, check up if she was sleeping, good, like knocked out. Checked on Jorge, my brother, sleeping. Checked on Epi, sleeping. Everybody was sleeping. So I was like, what the fuck? What was that? And to not scare myself, I do that. Sorry, I do that a lot. To not scare myself, I think about it positively. I'm like, I think it was just God sign, telling me to wake up because I was gonna be late for school. So I just ran with that.
She's like, but I don't know anymore.
But I don't know, yeah. But that was that. But I swear to God, I heard a whistle like
A
that,
little
like a
whistle.
whistle. Yeah, I don't think I was fucking dreaming or hallucinating,
Mm-hmm.
but that's that. That's one. What else? I think that's it. Like to be honest, now that
Yeah.
yeah, nothing scary.
Do you think he would want to?
Experience something scary,
Yeah.
mm,
No.
or
Like
like
a paranormal activity.
paranormal. I don't know. No, no. Fuck that shit. I like watching it. I love watching any paranormal, any scary thing, any scary stories. I love all that. But to be in it, I know. Yo man, I'm not. I'm not built for that shit. We fucked up. Mm-mm.
Mm.
No. You?
Mm. I like crime stuff. No, I would not because I know I get scared easily. Because I used to get sleep paralysis. Well, there was a time because
That's
I was
crazy.
always watching crime stuff, specifically crime things. Like I just like to know,
Mhm.
and then or like ghost stuff about myths. I started to have nightmares, and like I could not sleep, yo. I could not sleep. So I would
Mhm.
I had to start sleeping with my mom.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry. I just started sleeping with my mom
Mhm.
until it got away. So I stopped doing that. I was like, oh that. I still watch crime stuff, but
Mhm.
that doesn't creep me out. I think it was the myths that were like was like creeping me out.
Mhm.
I am curious sometimes. I'm like, I don't want to know. Like, I want to know about it. Like, there's so many things, especially like Mexican folk tales, like duendes. Oh, those
Oh
creep me
my
out.
god.
I don't like that.
We should. I was gonna be like, we should do a series of that Mexican legends. Oh, that would have been fire.
Next year.
Next year. But yeah, oh my god, the one. You know,
That one
you
creeps me
say
out.
their names that you're
You
calling
better
them.
stop. You
No,
better.
actually, for real.
Well, not allowed in my house. Um, no, they creep me out. They do creep me out. I've seen videos. Like I be watching videos. I used to not anymore.
Mhm.
But and they're small. I don't even know if it's real, but it looks horrible. Like I cannot. There's things I lay it on experiences. I feel like my parents have experiences. They've told me, especially my dad. No, my mom more.
Mhm.
But it's I don't know. They just both have different experiences. My dad has experienced La Llorona, and then this other one I think he was talking about, but I don't know what he called it. It was one where I think without a head or something, and he rides on a horse. I
Oh my
think
god!
so,
Oh yeah, I know what
but
you're
you
saying.
can't. I'm not. I can't remember. I'll have to ask him again.
Mhm.
My mom has experienced some stuff, but mom is also the type to be like she's gonna ignore it. She's not gonna say nothing about it. She's gonna be like whatever,
Mhm.
And then once she says she has seen the Virgin Mary. Like she has seen it like twice, I think.
Mhm.
And when especially when she was smaller, and she remembers it so,
Really?
so vividly. Yeah, she's like, and then after that, like she says, it has like she has seen like images or things like that, como que se le aparece.
Mhm.
And for her, that's why she like gets I don't know like very she feels very close to her. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but I feel like a lot happens over there in Mexico. Like there's a lot of spiritual
Mexico and Japan.
activity. I haven't heard about Japan.
Japan.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
probably stuff. Yeah, I haven't looked into it. But no, good thing not me over there. I would not be able to sleep. Or
Oh,
maybe you
that
start
shit.
ignoring it. Eventually, you're just like whatever. But yeah.
No,
But today
that's crazy.
we're not gonna be just talking about paranormal activity. Well, not me.
Mm-mm.
I picked some stories have are like real life experiences that were scary
Um.
and yeah.
Okay, we need that. Yeah, because I chose Ouija board.
Okay.
We're getting into it. Okay, go.
Okay.
You go first,
I go
or
first.
you want me to go? No, let me go first so you could eat. If you want to go first, you don't mind.
You go first
Okay.
because I get nervous. I'm
Oh.
nervous right now.
Okay.
I'm like, because this is different. I feel like this is different from
Uh-huh.
what we've done. Okay, but look at it to see.
Which one I'm gonna do?
Yeah.
I want to do the Ouija board one because I'm not gonna lie. I always
No.
wanted to do it,
Yeah.
and I told my mom, I was like, when you die, I'm gonna do it. That's the only time I
No,
would do
don't
it,
do it.
so I could connect with you.
What? That's no, you don't connect with it, Jenny. It tricks you. It's gonna trick you. That it opens up a portal for demons,
Oh.
and they lie to you to try to like acting like they're gonna act like they're your mom, and then they're gonna get through. Don't do that.
I don't know.
No, do not do
You're gonna
that.
do it with me,
No, I'm not doing that shit. My mom
but we
wouldn't.
miss my mom.
Yeah, but I would not do that. Is we're not gonna talk to your mom. We're gonna talk to someone else. I
Okay,
don't want.
we don't play with that shit. Alright, right. Okay, sorry, I'm like Jenny, be serious, cause like yo, we're about to welcome some. We're about to get some
I'm not
people
welcoming. I'm putting my. I
in
know that
Dios
we have a neighbor who like puts this.
pages.
Yeah,
Yes.
she sages. So
Mhm. Every morning too.
yeah, it would be smelling good.
For you, girl, I'd be choking down in that basement.
I like that
Shit.
smell. Oh,
Okay, Ouija board experience my mom had from Reddit. You could terrifying. A ver. I didn't even read it, guys. So yeah, we're getting the reaction together. This happened to my mother when she was in her teens. Her mom had just gotten the family a Ouija board for a present.
set up.
She had played with one as a child and thought it was interesting and fun. It was a Sunday. This is not Jumanji. This is the Ouija board. Why would you thought it was fun? Okay. Anyways, it was a Sunday evening when this took place. My mom's best friend came over to her house, and her older sister's friend was also there. The four of them, sorry, were playing at the Ouija board. Were playing the Ouija board at the dining table. Sorry, asking various questions: Who will I marry? What will my husband look like? What kind of job might I have? Etc. The answer became very erratic. One or more of them began to think that someone might be trying to influence the board. All hands on the board were quiet and still. One of them asked, "Who is really in control of this board?" My mom's hands were on the planchette when she felt a sharp jerk. The other person's hands were barely touching it. It spelled out, we don't say his name, but the,
Mm.
it spelled out him, but it didn't spell that word, the other word. I'm not even gonna say it. No. In very quick and deliberately motions and then stopped. They began to argue. Some saying she pushed it, some saying she didn't. They all turned their heads towards the left from where my mom was sitting, arguing with one another, when suddenly, without feeling a puff of air, anything, the candle which was on the right of everyone went out. It scared them so badly, so they all jumped up and ran to the porch of the church, which was across the street. It was late Sunday night after service, so the doors were locked and no one was there. They stayed there and just talked a few minutes before walking back to the house. My mom has never touched a Ouija board since. Damn, nah. It was not as scary, but like still, like that's crazy.
No, you see, like
That's no, yeah, that's crazy. I don't know.
I would not be able to sleep at night because I would feel like I would. First of all, they didn't finish the game or whatever.
No,
Isn't that like the
they did
first
not say.
room?
Yeah, they did not say. Oh, they haunted already for real. Yeah, you're supposed to say goodbye.
That's why I don't play with that. I would not do that.
Yeah.
I would never even play the good luck. What is it? The good Charlie
Charlie Charlie.
Charlie. I would not. Even, oh my
Did you
god, she
play that?
knows it. No, I never played. My mom would tell me. She'd be like, "Well, my dad, he's like, you can never play those games. Like even if it's joke. You should never play those games because you welcome things into your life. So
Mm-hmm.
he'd be like, you can't do it. If you do it, you're welcoming things to come into your life. So even if it's a joke, you'd be like, even if it's a joke, you should never do it.
Mm.
Yeah. But
Damn.
yeah,
I did.
I know you did.
Yeah.
I know you did.
Middle school, yo. Everybody, that was the thing. I was like,
Mama,
damn, people was hyping that shit up.
they would tell me that shit, and I would just look there. I'd be like, damn. I would maybe I would want to do it, but I'd be like, nah, yeah,
Mhm.
I'm not welcoming nothing into my life. So
I
yeah.
that Ouija.
Oh no.
Don't mess with boards, yo. I was just joking though. I that's what I actually thought at first, and then I was like, no, that's scary. People get exorcists from that, and no.
Oh no. I've watched some of the Conjuring movies, Insidious movies.
Oh.
They creep me out, but I don't even know if it's real no more.
That's what we're gonna watch tomorrow.
Really? So everybody got picked. That's
No, I
crazy.
didn't.
All right, right.
Cool.
Okay. Okay. My big brother used to have an imaginary brother, and he would always play with him, but sometimes he would say, "Stop, leave me alone," or "No, I don't want to go to my room to play." My mom would ask him, "What's going on?" And he would say, "He won't leave me alone." Of course, my mom had no idea what he was talking about and thought it was just him being a kid with an imaginary friend. Well, a day after my brother's birthday, he had these balloons. Keep in mind, my brother is just a little kid and he's obviously not tall, so he couldn't reach the plates, forks, or knives. It was around 10 to 11 p.m., and my mom heard the balloons pop. So she went outside, and my brother looked
Okay, my
really
big
scared.
brother
Used to have an imaginary brother, and he would always play with him, but sometimes he would say, "Stop, leave me alone," or "No, I don't want to go to my room to play." My mom would ask him, "What's going on?" And he would say, "He won't leave me alone." Of course, my mom had no idea what he was talking about and thought it was just him being a kid with an imaginary friend. Well, a day after my brother's birthday, he had these balloons. And keep in mind, my brother is just a little kid. He's obviously not tall, so he couldn't reach the plates, knives, forks. It was around 10 to 11 p.m., and my mom heard the balloons pop, so she went outside, and my brother looked really scared. So my mom asked him, "What happened? Did he pop the balloons?" And my brother said, freaking out, "No, it was him," pointing to his imaginary friend and that my mom obviously couldn't see. My mom saw the knife next to the balloons and immediately knew that he was too short to reach any of those things. So she said, "Get out of my house." To get out of my house, my brother's imaginary friend. Since my mom couldn't see him, she asked my brother if he left already, and he said he had left and thanked my mom. Later, about 10 to 15 minutes later, my cousins came over, and my cousin said that he saw a woman in all white with her hair in front of her face in the front door. My brother said that that was his mom, and she opened the door. My cousins were already inside and asked my brother if he was still there, and my brother said yes. And she was, oh, I can't see. She started to yell for her to get out, and then she asked my brother if she was still there, and he said no. My brother is now 19, and he still sometimes says that he sees him in the mirror. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, that was a little confusing, but I kind of get the gist of it. Um, that's crazy. Kids see that. Kids do
How
see
old was
that
the
though.
kid?
It didn't say, but he was little, like pequeñito.
Yo, yeah, they say
Kids,
that.
kids do see spirits, and
And until now, they see it in the mirror.
well, he said yeah, he still sees them in the mirror.
Nah, they stage that how I don't know. Go to church.
What would
I
you do
mean,
actually?
what would I do?
Yeah.
I would. You know, they say to scream at it,
Oh,
like
maybe that's
be
what she was
upset,
doing.
like
That.
yeah, yell at it because like be mad at it, so it leaves.
Oh, really? I never
Yeah,
heard of that.
me either until recently.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, I just people just be doing the like staging or like they call
Mhm.
the priest over or they put holy water, but
Mm,
they I've seen that when you scream at it, it just leaves and it doesn't come back.
that's crazy. I thought we're talking about that the whole saging thing because they have ghosts or whatever or some type of spirit.
Mm-hmm.
I that just made me pop up that me and my brother wake up with scratches in our backs, but we don't know why. Like we don't understand why because obviously like we don't scratch our and there's like spots where we wouldn't even reach, but like we wake up with just red scratches, like not big, but like little rayoncitos, like I And I don't know. Alex would always wake up and we'd be like, "What the fuck?" We'd be like, because Alex is a bad sleeper too. He moves a lot, but we were like, whatever. Like, that doesn't make sense. And then recently, I also started to wake up with scratches on my back, and or maybe I don't know how long it's been, but I had not noticed. And it was like, and I don't feel it though at night or anything.
It don't burn
No, no, it don't burn. It don't
when
burn.
you shower.
No,
No.
it's just they're just there. Someone like pointed it out because I had I was wearing a backless dress, I think.
Mhm.
So that is weird. I don't know. I
What?
wonder if that's, I don't know. I don't want to start saying stuff, but I was like, I wonder if that's why I can't sleep at night. But I don't know. That could also be my stress, me at school. But yeah, there are like sometimes I cannot sleep, and that's also like a thing. But let me not say
No.
this
We
is the house
rebuke
I
that.
live in.
We rebuke that.
Facts, facts. But
Out
it
the
is
windows.
weird. I don't know how to explain it. Like I don't scratch my back at night, and even if I did, like it wouldn't reach all the way it looks. It looks like that.
Ah,
Like
no,
I don't
that is
know.
scary. Chill.
I'm sorry. I looked
Okay.
at the bunny ears and I'm just like,
Okay, I got two more. Which one should I do? I want the scariest one. No, I'm gonna do this one. This one is long, so bear with me. No te duermas. Okay.
I'm gonna try to stay like follow because I'd be getting lost.
When I was 8 years old, I thought my house was haunted. The truth is, it's much scarier. Okay, that's the title. I was 8 years old when I last saw my mother. We lived in a somewhat big house out in the courtside, a decent drive from the nearest towns and cities. One night I heard cries and screams coming from the walls. I yelled for my mom, who burst in worried. The voices didn't stop, but my mom didn't seem to notice. She banged on the walls and ordered the voices to stop and let me sleep. They all did as she asked. 3 nights after, I got in the shower and turned on the water. Blood boiling hot, blood spit out the shower head. I screamed as it slowly burned my face and body. My mother pulled me out quickly and dried me off with a towel. The white towel turned red as she wiped away the blood all over me. A week later, I went back into the bathroom to brush my teeth. The light bulb overhead began to flicker, and in the quick instant that the room was dark, I saw a man staring back at me through the mirror. He looked pale and skinny, as he didn't eat in days. The light stopped flickering, and I almost played it off as an illusion, until a bloody handprint appeared in the mirror. It was the last weekend before school starts. I laid in my bed. I laid in my bed and must have snoozed off for a good few minutes to half an hour when my closet door opened. Inside stood a woman, pale and skinny like the man in the mirror. I didn't know what I was seeing at first from how dark it was, but it became clear that once the woman rushed to my bed and it began to strangle me. Her cold grip tightened as she accused me of killing her husband. That's when my mom burst in and with an axe in the hand swung at the woman. The woman's head came off completely and landed on my lap. I screamed. This looks like a fucking movie. Sounds like a movie. I screamed in absolute fear as my mom told me to hush. It's time I showed you something. It's time I show you something. I remember her saying. She took my hand and escorted me into my closet. She led me through a narrow tunnel that connected to every room in the house behind the walls. My memory on everything I saw is still fuzzy. Maybe I choose to forget from how horrifying the sights were. I do remember, however, following my mother into the basement. Now our primary basement, not our primary basement, but another one, hidden and tucked underneath the first. Her exact, her exact words I rather not repeat. Just know that she was very disappointed in me, and that I should have kept quiet like a good boy.
What the fuck just happened?
I don't know why, if there is a why. She began to bite into my neck, then my shoulder. She trailed her teeth down my arm, ripping away as much flesh as she can hold in her mouth. I cried and pleaded with her, but she wouldn't listen. In a movie, in this exact moment, someone would burst through the door and last second to save me. This is actually real. You don't.
I'm so lost. I'm so confused.
In a movie, in this exact moment, someone would burst through the door at the last second to save me. Maybe a cop, perhaps a relative, a friend. The only reason I lived to tell my story is because for whatever reason, in that twisted psychotic mind my mother had, whatever little motherly love and instinct she held on to kicked in. She let go, apologizing in a calmer manner. She left me laying on the ground, and as I could no longer scream and instead gasped for air. As I started, as I stared at the open wound she gave me, she snatched the phone from the wall and called 911. I know it was 911 because she told whoever answered the phone she everything and everybody she killed, and how I was now lying on the floor in the verge of death, and that if they don't arrive in 20 minutes, she would put me out of my misery. The cop showed up. Oh my god. The cop showed up 15 minutes later and raided the house. They took my mother into custody and rushed me into the hospital. I didn't get to hear the report on her until I finally got to my 20s. Even with all the details, I still didn't get what was the purpose. Why did she do all that? The voices in the wall belonged to the people she buried inside, using their skin as wallpaper. The blood in the shower came from bleeding bodies that she used to fix the plumbing. It was hot because my mother thought if she left the water boiling, they would disintegrate.
So she was a serial killer?
Yes. The mirror was the mirror was two-way with the inside looking into the restroom.
Oh,
The
that's weird.
flickering light was just a standard fat OT light bulb. The woman that came out of my closet went nuts after potentially weeks of little to no nutrition. She attacked me thinking I was aware and helping my mother. To this day, I don't know what was going in my mother's head. The cops can't find any logical explanation for such drastic crime. I just tell myself the house was haunted and she was possessed to move on with my life. It's the only thing I can really do. That's
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 crazy.
sad.
That's
The last part, like what?
damn. What the fuck? Like your mom being a serial killer.
Damn. Damn.
I did not see that coming. I was so like, I was like,
Damn.
what the fuck? What just happened? I thought it was a ghost story. Nah, I cannot. I don't know. And then having to read and he was young, so like he didn't understand all of it.
Nah. Okay, damn. That shit. Okay.
Okay,
Next.
let me see. Okay, I'm gonna do this short one. Okay. I grew up in a funeral home. I helped out in the office. When I was 15, we got a call from a man whose wife and infant baby had been murdered in cold blood. There were very few clues. It made headlines. Cops set up surveillance at the viewing. It was heartbreaking. As the mother was holding the baby in her arms, I was asked to take the flower cards and periodically get the husband and ask if he recognized the names. And then I photocopied them and put them back. I did it because I was a kid. People knew me and I was unobtrusive. I talked to the husband quite a bit. He seemed devastated and shaken. The cops told me that they had an eyewitness to someone leaving the house and the day of the murder. The witness was a 3-year-old girl. She recognized the man leaving. It was the husband's best friend. Turns out that that the friend and the husband had made a pact to kill each other's family and run off with their secret secretaries. The little girl identified the friend, and I guess one of them cracked. They both went to jail on multiple counts, all on the testimony of a 3-year-old. I still cannot believe to this day that the man stood right beside me multiple times and I had no clue. I don't think I ever looked at life the same way after that. What the fuck? Damn. Why are you looking at me like that? Because of that?
Nah,
He
yo,
killed
he's
his
ready.
wife and the baby because they wanted to run off with the secretary. Oh
You know,
shit.
there's a story of that.
Or maybe
Oh
it's the
my
same
god.
story.
No, but this, but I don't know, but that shit was disgusting. Like he killed the family. No, but it's only a baby, right? No,
Oh
this
yeah.
one, the story, it was in the news too. Um, he killed the mom, the two girls, and
Mm-hmm.
then and the mom was pregnant. She had just found out she was pregnant, but you know where she threw them, like in an oil thing, like an oil can. That's where she tried to disintegrate their bodies or whatever, or kill their bodies at.
Mm-hmm.
But well, the mom, I think he strangled. No, well, he strangled her first in the bed
Mm-hmm.
and all that, and then he took her to the oil thing. But yeah, and just for him to go end up like wanting to start a new family. That's his whole
Mm-hmm.
thing. Yo, that's oh my god.
Cry.
Nah.
That's crazy, but like, I like when watch them breaking down, like in the shows.
Hmm.
Like it's crazy seeing how people think, and sometimes like it's never even. I mean, like this, for example, it's like you did not have to kill your wife and your infant baby to
Hmm.
run away with the secretary. You could have just left them like that, and that's it. Like, why did you have to go? But yo, I don't know. Some
They
people
fuck up their
are,
life,
yeah, they fuck up their
basically.
life. They do these drastic things, and it's like, what? Why would you do that?
Hmm.
But yeah, okay, I'm gonna do another one.
Hmm.
I'm gonna do a second one
Okay.
because mine was short. Okay, this one is Mexican urban legends. So
Ooh.
once, okay, one story my parents grew up with was El Hombre del Saco. It's like El Coco kids that behave badly or weren't home by dawn would be trapped by him and would never be seen again. Las palomas, the big black moths, are a sign of dead or bad fortune. I know that. If there are if there are many around specifically in the house, something bad is gonna happen. There are a lot of regional ghost stories like La Casa de los Tubos, La Rumorosa, or Mothman. There is also El Charro Negro, the devil, or a demon who
Hmm.
goes around offering deals to people in exchange of something. I have a story that my grandfather told me about my great grandfather back in the day when he worked on a ranch. He was supposed to deliver something to the neighbor's farm, but to do so, he needed to pass a small valley at night. But there were local legends that the ghost of a woman lurked in the valley, searching for his beloved and targeted men. My grandpa, my great grandpa, didn't believe it, so he went anyways. Halfway through the valley, his horse began to act scared, but he assumed there were coyotes until supposedly he heard the voice of a woman in his ear and felt something hugging him from behind. The horse freaked out and threw him on the floor off the saddle, hurting his leg. Out of pure fear, he managed to get on the horse again and ride it as fast as he could to the farm. After that, he never went into the valley at night again. I don't know if the story is true or not, and it's decades old, so it might be distorted a little bit. But um, let's see, it might be distorted. But stories like this were common in ranchos. You know what's weird? I feel like if like stories, people experience similar things, so I feel like there has to be some true in those things. Like, how is it that multiple people are experiencing the same things, or like how is it that these stories um become legends, like La Llorona, for
Hmm.
example? Like, yeah, maybe it was used as to scare people, but how, like, the story got so big, or I feel like someone must have experienced something that started off the story.
Hmm.
So I feel like there is things like that, things that we can't explain, that exist in our world, but we don't know because I feel like it could be possibility because, like, for example, we don't know what's in the ocean, like a lot of things, because it's such a big, um, there's a lot of water,
Hmm.
and we are not able to explore it because we don't have the technology to do that.
Hmm.
So there could be so many things out there that we wouldn't even know because there's a bigger world down there. So I feel like it's not weird to think that paranormal stuff, or not even like, or things like this, like myths, are
Hmm.
actually real.
So then it wouldn't be missed, right?
It wouldn't be myths, yeah.
Okay. So what? Okay. Now, what do you think is gets them here though? Like, what? How they appear?
How do they appear?
Hmm. Like, how do they?
Whenever they want. Depends.
That's
Like,
crazy.
if it's like,
Like, do you think, for example, like I'm thinking, like, do you think there's a portal that it opens and then they go through?
No, I think they live amongst us. That they just don't come out
That's
whenever,
crazy.
like wherever. And I think certain things exist in places like which one? Like this one, for example, it was in Mexico. I think some things exist there that don't exist here, and
Mhm.
that's not because it's like different parts of the world, right?
But what put them here? That's my thing.
What puts them into this? I don't. What if it's normal things? Not the demons and the spirits, or I
Mhm.
don't know. I guess that's hard. Like I don't know. I just thought that maybe spirits always lived among us that we
Like,
just didn't know.
cause I don't want to disrespect God, right? But would God put them here?
I mean, God puts bad people, serial killers, killers. Like those people exist among us. You know what I'm saying?
But that wasn't God that put them here. I read about this.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that.
He talked. This. I think he was a priest or whatever. I don't want to like go deep into it. I'll look for the video and then send it to you. But
Hmm.
yeah, he's like, no, God did not, did that. Did not put things here like that. Or like how people say, whatever happens, um, like the crimes and all that. Some people be like, well, why did God did that, or why, like it was not God that did that.
Hmm.
But that's like a whole thing. Um, and I did not know, like I really didn't know because I haven't read the Bible like that, like how
Hmm.
some people like have their Bible. But in the Bible, it did say I did come across this also Christian TikToker. She was saying how in the Bible, it doesn't like ghosts are not real. Ghosts, demons, any of that is not real. In the Bible, it says once the person dies, they die. So whoever you like, whenever you think that somebody from your past or like a dead one, like that's resting now, is visiting you or giving you signs, that's not them. That's the you know
Mm.
pretending to be that person. Because and then she was saying how in the Bible it says because there's just heaven and earth. I mean heaven and hell. So you either go to heaven or you go to hell. And when I read that I was like, yo, what? So like these spirit and then they were like saying, oh, it might be your angels, like angels,
Guardians,
guardian
right?
angels, yeah.
I've heard about that.
But it's not your significant, like your not significant other, your loved one. It's not that. It's like who trying to act like it's that.
Mm.
So there's that too. So
So,
I don't know.
so then if we're following like that,
Yeah, if you're
then
following that, then
then it's probably, and then I would say maybe it's like a portal or something. Yeah, like a portal
mm-hmm.
where they're able to like go through and be here,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe they've been summoned, or maybe they just they appear here to do that, to like hurt people, get into people's life, into their body, into their mind, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I did not know that. That's interesting though.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that. That's crazy. I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. The thought left my head. Something about that, but nah. Okay. Oh, the moth thing. When I was reading, like, the moth thing, well, it said that moths it means that something's gonna happen. Like, if there's a lot, it means bad fortune. I didn't know that.
Like moth, like the insect moth.
Yeah, I
Oh
know
no, I didn't
that.
know that.
But there was a time where there was like, well, no, not moths, but it
You
was
told me.
these. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, these black flies that appeared out of the wall, and like we didn't really know how to explain it. Like there was a couple of reasons what we thought that maybe that's what it was, but it didn't make sense, and they just started to appear and stick onto like different. And it just happened so quick. Like it was just one day I woke up. I remember waking up and I felt something, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I was a fly, and I looked up. They were all like they weren't flying like how flies just go like this. They were just quietly all on the wall, and we would like push them, and they would just fall down and just like stick to whatever else. And it was like, I don't know, like they wouldn't even like try to fly away or anything. They would just be there. And when we would kill them, oh, because we were like killing them, to see what would happen. It would turn like brown, like ashy and weird. And that shit freaked me out. I mean, we had to like move everything and clean it all out because they were like um all on the floor. And it was weird as fuck. It was just that, and then after that we never saw them again. Like never. After that one situation, that one day, never again did we see those flies or any of those type of flies, like those type specifically. And I searched it up, like to see what type of fly it could be. I don't know. All I got was fruit fly, but I don't really know, like if it was that. It was. It
There
was
was no fruit there, right? It was
no,
your bed.
no. Yes, it was just my bed, and we
What?
thought maybe it was something had died, but no, it was not that either. So we don't know where it came from. It was weird, and I was scared because I also hear that flies is bad. Like it means like something dark
They
is.
doing black magic.
Yeah, they're doing black magic, so that fucking creeped me out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, I do know a couple people who do that, but I don't do that, so I don't know. And sometimes it does creep me out. Yeah, that was horrendous. I just hate insects too, so I was like, why me?
Who the fuck is that? Yo, I'm starting hearing things. Fuck. Okay, last one, last one. Where's it? For my part, I hate dolls. I hate. That's one thing I hate. I hate dolls. I hate. I just hate dolls. Like
Mm-hmm.
they creep me out. I'm being hunted. I'm being hunted by a clown doll. I settled into my new job as a babysitter, eager to earn some extra cash. The Johnsons had a beautiful home filled with vibrant colors and playful decor, decor. But it was the large clown doll in the corner of the living room that caught my attention. Standing nearly 4 feet tall, it wore a garish costume of bright red, blue, and yellow, and its painted smile sent a shiver down my spine. "Isn't he adorable?" Miss Johnson said, noticing my lingering gaze. "That's Chuckles. He's been in the family for generations." I forced a smile through my stomach churn. There was something about the doll that felt off, almost sinister. After the parents left for their night out, I settled on the couch with the two kids. Get off kids crazy. That clown. Oh. Hoping to distract myself from Chuckles, that's his name, Chuckles the clown.
Ugh.
Okay. We watched cartoons, laughed, filling the air, but as the night wore on, I couldn't shake the feeling that Chuckles was watching me. "Can we play hide and seek?" one of the kids asked, their eyes sparkling with excitement. "Sure, you count and I'll hide," I replied, trying to ignore the nagging feeling in the back of my mind. As the children counted, I ducked into a nearby closet, squeezing in the cramped space. The air was dark and musty, and I felt a wave of discomfort wash over me. The muffled sounds of their giggles faded, replaced by, oh, what the fuck? Wait, what the fuck? I lost it. Or maybe I didn't send it. What? No, I have to send it. Okay, wait, where? Replaced by the. I lose it. Oh, I found it. Sorry. Replaced by the thumping of my heart. Suddenly, I heard a noise from the living room, a faint rustling sound. Had Chuckles moved? Pushing the stuff aside, I focused on the game, but when the kid found me, they looked pale. "Samantha, the clown. He's not in the corner anymore," one of them whispered, eyes wide with fear. My stomach dropped. "What do you mean?" I asked, emerging from the closet. "Where is he?" "I don't know," the other child replied, trembling. "He was just standing there, and now he's gone." Panic surged in my chest. "Stay here," I instructed, trying to sound calm. I peered into the living room, scanning the shadows for any signs of Choco's. I know, what the fuck? The
Mm-mm.
air felt heavy, oppressive. Just then I heard a creaking sound from behind me. I spun around, my breath hitching. Chuckles was standing in the doorway, his painted grin more sinister than before. For a moment, it felt like his eyes were locked onto mine, piercing and unblinking. Guys! I yelled, retreating slowly. Get behind me! The children scrambled to my side, their faces etched with fear, but before I could react, the doll moved, lumbering forward as if I were alive. Lumbering forward as if it were alive. My instincts kicked in, and I grabbed a nearby lamp, ready to defend the kids. Stay back, I shouted, raising the lamp like a weapon, but Chuckles didn't stop. He took another step closer, his smile, Grotsky, what? Grotsky, stretching wider. No sé qué es esa palabra. Grotsky, something, what? Stretching wider. In the moment, the light flickered, plunging us into. Hmm, plunging us into the darkness. My heart raced as I swung the lamp, missing as the doll lunged forward. I could feel cold plastic fingers grasping at me, and I cried out, shoving the lamp into the doll's chest. I toppled backward with a thud, but I knew it wouldn't be enough. Run! I screamed at the kids, pushing them towards the front door. They bolted past me, but as I turned to follow, I felt a grip on my ankle. Looking down, I saw Chuckles pulling himself back up. The painted smile now twisted into something monstrous. Panic surged through me as I kicked free and sprinted after the children. We reached the front door and fumbled with the lock, praying it would turn. Behind me, I hear the soft padding of the doll's movement, relentless and chilling. Finally, the door clicked open, and we tumbled up in the out onto the night. Call the police! I yelled, pulling out my phone. But as I turned to look back, I realized Chuckles was no longer there. The night felt still, almost too quiet. When the police arrived, they searched the house but found no sign of the doll. If it was it was as if Chuckles had vanished onto thin air. The Johnsons returned, confused by the chaos, and I explained what had happened. The doll has been a part of our family for years, Miss Johnson said, a frown creasing her eyebrow. It can't move on its own. Ah, no. They didn't believe her, yo. They not believe in her. It can't move on its own. But I knew better. As I left the house, I glanced back at the living room window. There behind the curtains, I swore I could see the outline of Chuckles watching and waiting. The laughter of children echoed in my mind, mingling with the sinister grin of the clown. My, my pulse quickened as I got into my car, thoughts racing. What if I hadn't been able to protect the kids? The weight of the encounter pressed down on me. I'm a suffocating dread that refused to let go. Driving home, I couldn't shake the feeling of eyes on me. I glanced in the rearview mirror more than once, half expecting to see Chuckles grinning back, his painted smile a chilling reminder of what had just happened. Later that night, as I lay in bed, the image of the clown doll haunted me. I tried to tell myself it was just a toy, nothing more than a relic of childhood. But the way it had moved, the way it had looked at me, no, it felt all too real. Sleep eluded me, the shadows in my room twisting into something shape, Grotsky shape. Just as I began to, I do not know how to say that word.
Yo tampoco. Grotesque.
Grotsky shape.
No,
Just as I began to drift off, a soft creaking noise pulled me back to consciousness. My heart raced. I held my breath, listening intently. Then I heard it, a faint giggle followed by the unmistakable sound of shuffling. My blood ran cold. I crept to the door, heart pounding in my chest, and peeked out in the hallway. It was dark, but I swore I could see a shape at the end, I just beyond the light. My pulse quickened as I took a step forward, then froze. The unmistakable outline of Chuckles stood there, backlit by the dim light of the stream lamp outside. He was just standing there watching. I stumbled back, scrambling for my phone to call for help, but before I could dial, the lights flickered and went out. He was just, the giggles grew louder, went out, completely plunging into the darkness. The Plunging me into the darkness, the giggles grew louder, echoing through the empty house. With a surge of adrenaline, I ran for the front door, desperately fumbling for the lock. But as I turned the handle, I felt a cold hand grasp my shoulder. I screamed, spinning around to the face the thing I had feared all night. Chuckles stood there, closer than ever, his painted grin now twisted into a horrifying sneer. The laughter of the children morphed into something menacing. And I realized with dawning horror that I was not just being watched, I was being hunted. As I finally broke free and burst outside into the night, I knew I hadn't escaped the terror of Chuckles. The laughter still echoed in my ears, a haunting reminder that some toys are not meant to be played with, and some nightmares never truly end.
Yo, I don't know if this is real. This is hella weird.
It's giving
Fucking animal.
that and the haunted hour. Remember?
Oh my god, I used to love those ones.
That bitch would always scare me. That
Which
doll,
one? The
the
one that
girl.
looked like the girl, the same one?
Yeah.
That
Oh my
episode, that episode
god.
really did it like that. They don't make shows like that no more.
They don't.
But that episode, I know that episode was so good because you were actually scared. Like if you're watching, like you were actually scared. And Goosebumps, like old Goosebumps. Oh, maybe I don't know. But Haunted Hour was different. It was different.
Oh.
But I say no. I don't like dolls. I'll be honest. I do not like dolls.
Right?
I used to. Oh my! I regret it though. But I don't know. I used to have my quinceañera doll. I don't know if you remember it. She would creep me out,
What happened to it?
I gave it to my godmother to
You
keep
back to
it. Yeah, I was like,
No.
she put it in her house and then she gave it away to someone else. And I was like, damn, I should have kept it because it was my quinceañera doll.
Mm-hmm. Just
But,
cover her
but
face.
girl, I should have done that, but too late. Now it got donated, hopefully to someone who also did a quinceañera and would use it because they were popular at the time. But I'm not like dolls. Like dolls creep me out. I feel like they're watching me, especially because of Chucky and everything. That shit had me fucked up. Not me taking
You
a
wouldn't get it.
shower
You wouldn't.
and checking the vents, checking the door, like every fucking like 5 minutes, like hurrying up, washing my hair in the soap because I was scared of gonna like just pull up after. Okay, what were you gonna say?
You wouldn't get an American Girl doll? I want to get one so bad. I know Nicole had one. Is she scared of it?
She has one. That's what, but I don't remember. I think she does though. Someone gave it to her.
Yeah.
Gifted it to her. Does she get scared? No, but we don't have it hanged up no more.
You had it hanged up?
Yeah, we used to have it like
You know
they
say that. You know they say that when you hang it up, they haunt.
Really? Why?
I don't know.
What?
No, I'm kidding.
I was like, I've never heard that shit.
No, but fuck them dogs.
I used to have all my stuffies hanged up. But Annabelle is a stuffy. She's not a doll. You've seen the real Annabelle,
the real
right?
one,
She's
yeah. She's a stuffy.
She's not a doll. Well, it's like a doll stuffy.
Yeah.
Let me not disrespect her because
Okay.
yeah. But I have no idea. But I do not like dolls like that. Like I keep them, but I try not to think about it too much because it does scare me. It freaks me out. No. Okay. Let me do my last one, I guess. Let me see.
Or if you have more that are juicy, shit, fill them out.
Damn. The other ones are urban legends though. This one's long as.
Yeah.
But it's not an urban. It's like real, and it's about.
When it's real, it's more scary.
It's about a stalker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I want to.
People be weird, yo. Stalking it. Oh, okay.
Have you ever been stalked?
I've been fucking stalked, yeah.
Okay, I had this conversation with my coworker, and he was like, "Girls don't know the definition of being stalked." He's like, every coworker that he has met in every job has been stalked. He's like, it's too common, but they don't like to call it stalking. They'll be like, "Well, not really." I mean, there was this guy who would follow me and like would reach out to me through all social medias, and he's just like, "That's stalking."
Yeah.
So I think we should like in schools or in other places should go over what stalking is because sometimes we don't like to put that label on it. But even if it's not like something similar to a movie, because they've made stalking movies, it still could be stalking. If he's harassing you, following you around, like trying to reach out to you through different things, it's stalking, yo. And he told me he got upset at me because I told him, and he was like, "That's stalking," because I've had experiences. But what about you?
We'll get to that, but let's tell your story. Yeah,
Okay.
I want to know about. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah.
For the past 6 months, I have been relentlessly stalked and had threats against my life made from someone I dated for a month. It started with phone calls upwards of 40 to 50 days a day, 50-page text messages, and him showing up outside my house at 5 a.m. When I wouldn't comply or feed the negative attention, I began to receive threats, claims that he would murder me and get away with it. All he would have to do is flee the country, telling me he shouldn't have to force me to be his friend or give him another chance or else. Every time I blocked his number from contacting me, he would then call me from different ones, try and pretend to be other people or have his friends or sometimes even random strangers he'd ask on the streets. I once scared an unsuspecting guy. I once scared an unsuspecting guy half to death after I informed him that the person who had just told him to call me was actually stalking me. And I sent him proof. He ended up calling the police on him. He fled, of course. After about 2 months of that, I was evicted from my apartment building due to my neighbors no longer feeling safe because of his looming presence. I then applied for I then applied for and was granted a TPO. I don't know what that is. Oh, I think it's protective order. A few days a few days afterwards, I received a picture message of the note the sheriff civil had left on the door of my stalker's then residence with a message taunting me that what are you trying to do with what you're trying to do is stupid and a restraining order is just a piece of paper. So ultimately he just ended up avoiding the process server, and simply as that, I was not being protected at all. May 31st of this year, I relocated. This did not deter my stalker. He vowed to find wherever I moved
What
to
the
and
fuck?
threatened that if he couldn't find me, he would be able to find my family, and then proceeded to send me a map of my mother's home, whom he had never met. I received a message from a woman claiming to be my former landlord, letting me know that I owed a balance on my account, and to avoid late fees, I needed to pay the amount, which I could do with the link provided In the message, turns out it was my stalker pretending to be a woman, and the link turned out to be a tool used to grab the user's IP address when I clicked the link. Upon this discovery, I changed my phone number and began to systematically dismantle any trace of any online presence I once had. This actually only seemed to anger him, and before deleting the profiles outright, I would attempt to block him from contacting me. Each and every time I blocked one, he simply created a new one and proceeded to contact me as if nothing had happened. 12 different Reddit accounts, 9 different Tumblrs, 10 different Instagrams, 3 Meetup accounts, 4 Facebooks, with which he changed his location to that of my hometown and then proceeded to add nearly everyone from my graduating class in high school and even 3 Duolingo accounts in MySpace. MySpace is so old, Jenny. Yo, yes,
That's
MySpace.
fucking crazy. What?
I then received an empty package from him addressed to my former residence with the declaration address correction requested, do not forward. I'm assuming he thought that the post office would adhere to his request and return the package to him with my new corrected address on it. Mid July, he created a profile using my photos and likeliness to threaten my family. When I didn't respond, he proceeded to post semi nude pictures of me on the profile in an attempt to blackmail me into speaking with him. I did not and contacted Twitter to report the account and have it removed, which they eventually did. On August 21, 2014, I woke around 8 p.m. to vigorous knocking and ringing of my doorbell. I looked out my window to see who it is, and I was horrified to see my stalker there. No, no, oh no. I called the police, and of course, he fled once again. Over 7 separate police reports filed. This incident was followed by threatening emails from my stalker demanding that I meet him somewhere, or because he had found me the next time I would wake up to gunshots, and that if I didn't, he would first taser. Oh my god! And if I didn't, he would first taser you and rape you in the
Oh
blank
my god.
using my boyfriend. Oh my god, it is.
She has a boyfriend?
Yeah, so it was like it's very explicit. I'm not gonna say it. And
No. Oh my god.
okay, I'm gonna read that part again
Mhm.
because I think that could get taken down.
Okay, no, don't read it.
So I'm
Skip.
gonna just yeah. So this incident, okay, starting now, you can cut.
Okay.
This incident was followed by threatening emails from my stalker, demanded I meet him somewhere or things would escalate. This past Sunday, night, I woke up to 6:45 a.m. to the ringing and banging again. I proceeded to record him on video while I was on the phone with the police. He fled on foot once again, and I was hit with um, the same law enforcement. Well, the same response from the law enforcement. Well, we can't really do much because technically at this point he's not doing anything wrong. Then why does he flee? I wonder. I obtained a TPO again, but I have no solid address for this dangerous person, which is why I am in dire need of private investigator to assist with finding said residence so this person can be served. I hope you might be able to refer me to someone who might be able to assist me. I developed insomnia, depression, anxiety, and paranoia. I am completely isolated. I am 22 years old and have no social life anymore. I have zero friends. I've become a shell of my former self. I faced eviction and lost a job because of this man's behavior, and I don't know how much longer I can survive. There's actually so much more filler stuff that he has done to terrorize me, but for the sake of this already lengthy post, I tried to condense it. I have proof in the form of recordings, event diaries, and copies of all his threats, interactions, attempts to communicate, and would be more than willing to email them to show I'm not lying. I am in LV if that helps at all.
LV was LV.
That I feel like that's a state.
LV.
Pero yo no sé cuál.
Sorry, Liverpool? No,
No,
LV. Oh, sorry.
I have no idea.
That's crazy, Lisette. What the
And
fuck?
it's
Is her ex
so
boyfriend?
literally her ex. He says she said she dated him for a month. A month. Let it go. Yo, I don't know what LV stands for. But regardless, I do not want to give her attention after feeling like, oh shit, like I don't want someone to find her and then want to like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But oh my god, that is
What the
horrible,
fuck?
and it made me think because, like I said, I was having this conversation with my coworker,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, and this is why it's like if this person, because we were I was talking about relationships. He's like, sometimes it's just best to let it go, let things go. Like if it didn't work out, it might be for a reason, and also be careful who you talk to. Because I was telling him about someone, he was like he was like side eye to the guy that I was talking to, and then he was like, honestly, like just be careful, because things happen. You don't know these people. Like you think you know them, but you don't. Like sometimes you like someone, and you're like, oh, he's cute or whatever, but you don't know this person. You don't know if he's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know if he has issues or he's gonna get upset at you. You know, you because of what you see and because you're attracted to them, you have this idea, and you have to
Damn,
be
he was.
very careful because you never know. And this did happen to me because I was talking to someone and he ended up being really weird to the point where he was kind of like stalking me for a bit. And my coworker made me think, he was like, "Oh, and how do you know he's not stalking you no more?" I was like, "I hope not." He just stopped like interacting with me because
Now,
yeah,
why would he put that shit in your head?
right? And he was like, yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
He was like, just be careful. And I was like, yeah. I mean, he hasn't contacted me at all anymore. So I
Mm-hmm.
just feel like he let it go. But there was a moment where like he was using other numbers to talk to me. He was using WhatsApp. He was using Snapchat, I think, TikTok or something. And then he did post TikToks about me when I was talking to him without me knowing. Like he was acting all nice before I told him, yeah, no, cut him off. He was acting all nice and then making TikTok posts about me, saying disrespectful stuff. And then I found out after. And then even when I was online, like um when we started doing like virtual classes, he would text me the messages on Zoom, like privately. I was like,
What he say? With the homework?
yo, he would be, I don't know, he would just like, he would say hey sometimes, and then sometimes he would ask questions, but like, he would click on my name, so only I would get the question. Like, boy,
Please.
oh my god.
Yeah.
But yeah. But yeah, you were saying, like, that's crazy. I don't know. That's crazy. Like, you think it wouldn't happen, but, and I have met two people who have gone through that, who have had, but like, bad stalkers, like, have hurt them, put them in danger, tried to kill them, things like that. Yo, it's crazy. Oh no, that makes me tingle. That makes me like shake. Like, really.
coming for these stalkers, yo. Nah, that's fucking crazy, Lisette. Ew.
That's too much. I don't know. Ah, it's too much. I've
People
read
are
about it
not
too.
good in
Yo,
their
you
head.
never know. You really have to be so careful. Be so careful. Like, because you never know who you will bump into.
Yeah,
You never know.
you never.
But that's it for me on that. On that.
That's it, y'all. That's a fucking wrap for
That's a wrap.
today.
I like that though. That was
Yeah.
different. This was different for us, but I like it.
Yeah. Cause it's spooky season. It's spooky
Yeah,
different
I like that.
month. Um, we'll be back soon, but
Yeah.
this is gonna be out before Halloween. Cause Halloween is literally next week.
Yo, for real. Yeah.
All right, no, but I'll get to editing. Mira, it does turn off.
I don't know what
No,
happened.
not you.
Oh,
Mine's it.
I don't know what happened.
Okay, so that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying tuned. Yeah, look, it's out of battery. It's okay though. I'm gonna project my voice. Thank you for staying tuned. Until next time, this is Munchin with
Las Chismosas with your host, Lisette.
and Jenny. Bye. Toodles.